welcome back. Let's get more on Africa's fastest women. Kayode Alayode is standing by to give us the detail.
This is the ultimate redefined for men.
Welcome to Sports News. Super Eagles coach Sunday Olise has confirmed that camp for next month's 2017 AFCON qualifiers against Tanzania will open on August the 16th. Olise, who is expected to arrive in Nigeria 2 days earlier to begin preparations for the game, revealed that players from the domestic league will be considered for the clash. Players selected from the training camp will then be joined by their foreign-based counterparts in Tanzania for the qualifier scheduled for the weekend of September the 4th to 6th. And Kano Pillars have appealed fines levied against them by the league management company LMC following complaints of Nasarawa United over the signing of coach Mohamed Baba Ganaru. The LMC had fined Kano Pillars and Baba Ganaru separately for breaching the rules during the movement of the coach from Nasarawa United to Kano Pillars. The LMC said Ganaru erred by accepting to enter into negotiation with Kano Pillars without first obtaining the consent of his employers, Nasarawa United. Ganaru's sanctions include 200,000 naira fine, forfeiture of 1 month's salary to Nasarawa United, and a forfeiture of 5 million naira, being 50% of his sign-on fees as agreed in his contract with Nasarawa United for the 2014-2015 season. Kano Pillars, on the other hand, were fined 500,000 naira and were also directed to pay 2 million naira as compensation to Nasarawa United within 2 weeks. And Africa's fastest woman, Blessing Okagbare, and former national sprint king Okagbare will lead Nigeria athletes to the 2015 World Championships holding in Beijing, China from August the 22nd to the 30th. Aguero and Okagbare, who were absent at the All Nigeria Athletics Championships in Warri Delta State last week, remain Nigeria's only representatives in the 100 meters event as their teammates failed to make the IAAF standards. Gloria Asumu and Ngozi Onwumere will compete in the 200 meters, while Stephanie Kalu, Deborah Odeyemi, and Cecilia Francis will complete the team in the women's 4x100 meters event. Patience Okon, Regina George, Oluwatosin Adeloye, Etim Margaret, Funke Oladoye, and Rita Osai make up the 400 meters and the 4x400 meters team, while Amaka Ogoegbunam competes in the women's 400 meters hurdles. Also in the men's team is Tega Odele, Tyrone Akins, Okwama Miles, and Tosin Oke. And the International Athletics Federation says allegations of widespread doping in athletics are, quote, sensationalist and confusing. The Sunday Times published data from 5,000 athletes, which it says reveal an extraordinary extent of cheating. The IAAF, whose data was leaked, stressed the results referred to were not positive tests or proof of doping. It also rejects the suggestion it had done nothing to act upon data showing suspicious results. In a detailed response to the allegations, it also denied the data was secret and said it had published a detailed analysis of it more than 4 years ago. And Aboriginal Australian rugby player Adam Goodes has returned to the Sydney Swans after taking leave from his club under stress from the incessant booing he faced during matches. Goodes was jeered and racially abused in Perth last week, triggering a heated debate over racism in a country which regards itself a beacon of tolerance. He was granted an indeterminate leave of absence from the club on July the 28th and missed Australian Football League match against the Adelaide Crows of August the 1st amid media speculation he might quit the game. Well, the 35-year-old was moved by a big show of support from fans players and teams during the weekend's matches and looked forward to returning to his job. That's all in sports news. The news at 10 continues in just a moment. I'm Coyote Alayande.
This is the ultimate redefined for men.
Away from sports news, after intense fighting, pro-government forces in Yemen have recaptured Al Anand Air Base. In addition, heavy casualties have been reported in the battle for the country's biggest airbase. Cynthia Are has more.
Well, thank you. Heavy casualties have been reported at Al Anad Air Base north of Aden after intense fighting there in recent days. It comes after pro-government forces backed by airstrikes from a Saudi-led coalition retook Aden 2 weeks ago. Then, as part of his contribution to stopping the migrant crisis, a German Conservative MP, Martin Petzelt, has taken 2 Eritrean refugees into his home and is helping the men. He's helping them find jobs in the country. Mr. Petzelt, of Chancellor Angela Merkel's Christian Democrats, lives near Frankfurt in eastern Germany, and the Eritreans have been staying with him for a month. Also today, evacuation orders have been given to 13,000 people in California as firefighters struggle to contain some 20 wildfires. 9,000 firefighters worked throughout Monday in steep terrain and rugged conditions in order to salvage the situation. The biggest blaze has already consumed more than 90 square miles of land. Finally, one day after President Pierre Nkurunziza called for calm on the part of Burundians, asking them to desist from vengeance attacks following the assassination of a general, some Burundians turned a deaf ear to the call. A prominent Burundi human rights activist who openly opposed President Nkurunziza's controversial bid for a 3rd term in office was shot and seriously injured last night. Thankfully, he survived. That's the foreign news wrap-up. It's back to you, Amarachi.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And the main news again. New service chiefs have gotten the Senate's confirmation. They are the Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Abayomi Olonishakin, Chief of Army Staff, Major General Tuku Buratai, Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, and Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Sadiq Abubakar. A new helmsman has been appointed to the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. Dr. Emmanuel Kachukwu has resumed his duties. Dr. Kachukwu is a first-class graduate of law from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, at the Nigerian Law School, and also served as Executive Vice Chairman or General Counsel to ExxonMobil. The U.S. Congress delegates have expressed thought that Boko Haram terrorists may have gotten funding from crude oil thefts. This was revealed, of course, as a group rounded off its meeting with some members of the Bring Back Our Girls group. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.